In this video, we're going to look at another type of improper integrals, type 2, where we're dealing with an infinite range. So the integrals might look a lot like the ones you've seen before. There's no infinity or negative infinity at a limit of integration, so we're just looking, let's say, an integral from a to b of some function f of x dx. But the difference here that we haven't seen before is that there may be a vertical asymptote at some value of x between a and b. And the way that you look for that is you think about the interval and determine whether your function might be undefined at some x value within that interval or even at the endpoints of the interval. So in our first case, let's suppose that we have a vertical asymptote at the lower limit of integration at a. And so we're still interested in, if we want to look at the integral from a to b, are we able to give a finite value to the area between the function and the x-axis, even though here we have an infinite range because we have a vertical asymptote? And so the way to determine that is, well, we're going to first use an intermediate variable, let's call it c, and we're going to find an expression for the area between the function and the x-axis from c to b. And then we're going to see what happens as c gets arbitrarily close to a from the right-hand side. So when I say as c gets arbitrarily close to a from the right-hand side, that means we're going to set up a limit. So we're going to define this integral as the limit as c approaches a from the right side. So I'm going to use a little superscript of a plus. And then we're going to have the integral. I'm going to replace the x value where there's a vertical asymptote at a with c. So we're going to get an expression for the integral from c to b of f of x dx, and then we'll take a limit as c approaches a from the right-hand side. And if this limit is finite, we will say that the integral converges to that value. The second case that we might have with this type 2 improper integrals, where we have an infinite range, is where there is an asymptote at the upper limit of integration. So if the function is defined on the interval from a to b, we might have an asymptote at x equal b. So on the right-hand side, you can see the asymptote at x equal to b. And we're going to do something very similar as before. We're going to find an expression for the area between our function and the x-axis from a to this parameter c. And then we're going to let c approach b from the left-hand side and see if we can get a finite numerical value from that limit. So as c gets arbitrarily close to b from the left side, we're going to write that as the limit as c approaches b from the left of the integral from a. Instead of going to b, we're going to go to c, our intermediate variable, of f of x dx. And if this gives us a finite value, we will say that the integral converges to that value. The third possible case is where we're interested in the integral from a to b, but somewhere within that interval from a to b along the x-axis, we have a vertical asymptote. In this case, let's say we have an asymptote at c. Oops. And so what we're going to do in this case is we're going to break up this integral into two separate integrals. One will be from a to c. Here we have a vertical asymptote at c. And then we're going to add to that the integral from c to b. And each of these separate add-ins, we're going to need to find limits, as we did in parts 1 and 2 in the above examples. So on the left one, from a to c, I'm going to use, let's say, a variable d. We're going to find an expression for the area between the function and the x-axis from a to d, and then we're going to let d approach c from the left-hand side. So we're going to set up a limit here for the first integral. The limit as d approaches c from the left of the integral from a to d of f of x dx. And then to that, we're going to add, well, for the second piece, for the integral from c to b, where we have a vertical asymptote at c, I'm going to use another variable e. We're going to find an expression for the area from e to b, and then we're going to let e approach c from the right-hand side. So that's going to be a limit as e approaches c from the right, integral from e to b of f of x dx. And if both of these limits are finite, then we will say that the integral converges to the value that we find. But we need both of them to be finite. So this is how we tackle improper integrals of type 2.